Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your new moon in Virgo reading. This is the first of two Virgo new moons. This one on the 21st in 0 degrees of Virgo, and the next one in September, probably in the late degree or two, the last degrees of Virgo. So this really is impacting an area for you. This is particular for Sagittarius rising, that is about the contribution you make to your community. This is the way others see you. And we have, starting out, your overall energy, the 10 of discs or the 10 of pentacles. And most of us recognize this as a card of bounty, wealth, prosperity, legacy even. This is indicating that in addition to achieving something, some kind of material foundation, comfort, or success, you're also bridging generational cultural value and heritage. So this is about accessing ancestral wisdom, ancient wisdom and knowledge, and building up a generational legacy that is about spiritual values, spiritual prosperity and wealth. So this feels as though it is heralding a goal that I believe for many of the Sagittarians I'm speaking to, you perhaps at one time in your life did not perceive as being a natural outcome for your life. It seemed as though material values or objects were irrelevant to your quest. And yet you're understanding that the material rewards may not be the end goal, but they're certainly the results of your goals for advancement for self and for others. Underneath the deck is the 10 of vessels. The 10 of cups in other decks talks again about this incredible prosperity of love, this ability to share, give, a complete love to a community, a family, an organization, to express this bounty of resources among all members in an equitable way. This is a place of safety, so you enjoy this joy, this pleasure, this bounty in a way that is safe and protected, where everyone cares for each other in a way that is empowering, not debilitating. I'm inviting you to a meditation with this reading and recognizing that sometimes the readings don't resonate for us, and that can be incredibly frustrating. If this isn't working for you, if you can't find yourself here, please check out your other placements where you will undoubtedly find messages for you. So I'm going to pull an Flora and Fauna of Africa. I haven't done this in a while. Okay, I have the crested porcupine, and the key word is fearlessness. I like that. Face your fears. Open up and be vulnerable. Isolation is not the only way to protect yourself. Proceed with caution and confidence. How interesting. I see you almost at a social peak in many ways in your life, where you are forced or inclined because of your mission or your purpose to be interacting quite broadly with the community. Naturally, that brings the need for protection as part of your preparation for positive interactions and outcomes, but also as a way of shielding and sorting your way through some very complex feelings that may arise as a result of the work that you feel moved to do. I'm going to place this here, and I'm going to start with the 10th house of your social identity. The way others see you in the Oracle of Discs points to the Page of Pentacles. And this is beautiful because it reflects back on this idea that you perhaps never imagined yourself making a terribly material or physical achievement that may not have been in your view of the possibilities for your life. But what you found is, as you've come towards approached a purpose that feels authentic to you, you're willing to start at the beginning, to learn what needs to be learned about how to operate successfully in the material world, how to build something that has long-lasting value, how to build it correctly, how to include the right collaborators in your effort, and what kinds of investments speak to the integrity of what it is you want to build. So I see you open to the next steps, and this is putting you in the place of making practical, in some cases, difficult decisions that are would and probably do evoke a sense of fear or insecurity, because this doesn't feel like your jam, your bailiwick, where you're usually used to expressing yourself quite entertainingly. But you are willing to ask what needs to be asked, find the support you need in order to build this correctly, well, with determination. So in the first house, we have the Queen of Discs. The Queen of Discs is describing, again, not the Queen, but the Knight of Pentacles. So this, again, is this energy of practical pursuit, determining first what your vision is and then making the next step in the direction you want to go. So in many decks, this individual is depicted as standing still. The horse is not moving. Here there is a serpent that is speaking about the wisdom that is informing this need to build practically, to build correctly, to build it sturdily, well, so that it will last. And this is, again, what prompts you to look for the support and ask for the help that you need. This is never easy for some of the more outgoing and competent signs to ask for help in a way that makes you fear would make you look helpless or unsure or ignorant. So there is an important way in which you are being grounded. You are seeking real grounding in the real world, looking to experts to help inform you and guide you as you move towards this legacy, this wealth, this prosperity that you're building. In the fourth house, your domestic environment, the Oracle of Wings. This is the page, again, of Swords. So the Page of Swords is a card I always like, and it may be me, but this is about being uncomfortable, I believe, in your body because of the incredible new experiences and new directions you are authentically being guided towards. The idea of learning about, being open to learning about, recognizing that in order to build something that is going to serve generations, that is about gathering the resources that can be shared on continuously, is really calling you to a place of learning, taking notes, observing, finding out more information, studying, researching what is important and necessary for you to do in order to understand not only what is required of you on your mission, but also in terms of understanding that you are waking up to a new level of perception because of your personal growth. You are perceiving, feeling, thinking things in a different way. Things that once meant one thing to you are coming up less important to you. Things that you would have given everything for. Now you have other interests and other responsibilities that are calling your attention. You're feeling the inner silence in a way that is loaded. It is not vacant. It is not, um, I won't say it isn't restful, but it is more of a clearing away to let in the profound intuition that is guiding you here. And so you're not feeling empty as you've cleared it away. You're feeling full, but grasping to allow yourself to flow into this new space where the information, the ability to manifest is literally at your fingertips as a result of the words you speak. So this is powerful energy. And I have to say that Mercury keeps coming up for me as the weaver of all of these threads that you are building for towards your future. And I don't often think about the future in this way, but my idea of the past as part of a continuum has greatly advanced. And I do feel that this is, you've cleared away things that have limited your view, and there was already so much wisdom, knowledge, and experience there that you have accumulated from other lives, that you're now clearing the space so that you can, that wisdom, that experience can speak to you and inform you about how you're feeling, where your attention's going, how your body is supporting you. What your emotions are telling you is now a modicum, a measure of being on your right path. In the fourth house, the seventh house, the house of significant others, we have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wings in this deck. And I like that because I do believe that part of this idea of relationship, even relationship with yourself, has been something that may have eluded you in some ways. I do feel that Sagittarius, as emblematic of the sage, the adventurer, the teacher, the healer, is comfortable in the hermit vibe, is comfortable in the space where revelations can visit you at their leisure, at your command. And this idea that you and your ideas are alone for this ongoing philosophical, spiritual, even religious rumination that is part of your meditative practice, your mindfulness practice, is a place where you understand that the truth that you're experiencing is the truth of love, your worthiness of love. And I think it's easy for you to busy yourself up with your mission and your purpose and the work you're doing and how you're called to service to take the place of this real need for companionship, for friendship, for a deeper connection that helps you to facilitate your work. And this can be business partners, this can be colleagues, collaborators, friends, it can be relatives that really help you to understand that you are worthy, that you are open, that you can open up to talking about, thinking about building relationship. that it is a series of agreements that you are now open to, and you've been illuminated, received revelation about the presence of someone who is a match for you. And this is, I'm feeling this kind of like a tower energy at this moment. Before I clarify, I want to remind you that if this reading is resonating for you, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate all the support you give me so that my channel can grow and more people can have access to what I do. So thank you for that. It is important to me. The first house, the Queen of Discs or the Knight of Pentacles, is clarified by the Nine of Wands, and a couple cards came out. I'm going to take the Nine of Swords and the Six of Wands. Interesting. I think there's a lot of suffering that you carry as a result of the work that you do as part of a commitment to your community, your collective. There's a lot of hard, difficult, or uncomfortable truths that you are experiencing through the work that you do as part of a team. And some of this is just the idea that you are laboring, and laboring is painful. Taking the practical steps that need to be taken, pulling on the responsibilities, somehow feels like an exercise in pain and releasing the sorrow. So it's almost as though you heal a history of suffering by committing to a community, to a group, to a team, understanding your role, accepting your role, and doing your best in that role. And in that way, you gain the regard that you feel is so lacking in your life. You feel the sense of appreciation, recognition that really is what you crave. You crave to be seen. And yet you have been so busy hiding out that you sometimes are uncomfortable in interaction with others, making peace with others who seem to receive more attention than you do. And you are struggling with the role you can play that doesn't elicit the sense of drudgery and dread and endless ongoing work without at least the appreciation of visibility. I hope that's making sense. In the fourth house, the Oracle of Wings, which is the Page of Swords, is clarified by the Page of Cups, and this is the King of Cups. Nice. So, and there's another card, the Two of Wands there. So I'm seeing this energy where you are really recognizing the limits of what you know. And you're really kind of weighing back and forth who you are with some real clarity about who you are and what your skill set is, and ways to break out of this routine. You've kind of put yourself on a track that is very regimented, and you long for so much more than what you are presently experiencing. You understand that work is required, but you also need this opportunity to build your vision. And this vision is important regarding this legacy that you're contributing to, the sense of achievement that you are trying to understand is already yours. You already have. The Page of Cups to the King of Cups talks about your emotional maturity and this place in which you have not allowed the limitations of what you know to restrict your ability, your desire and ability to feel mightily. You are more than an empath. You are powerfully intuitive and creative. Your imagination is one of your most positive qualities, and you have learned to invest in that emotional sense of comfort, imagination, possibilities as something that informs the very core of your mission, your purpose. And having risked your emotional healthy, your well-being, your desire in the world, having opened up repeatedly to love, you have learned the hard way that you are incredibly mature in as much as you are not afraid to risk yourself for love. You've done it repeatedly, and you're now standing back and looking at the results of that, which for many of you is you're choosing to be alone. However, you're on the verge of recognizing that in many ways you have prepared yourself for the love that you have always risked everything for. There's an impulsive streak here that is divine in you, Sagittarius, and this may be a feature of your past where you know what you like and you just pursue it without care or concern for where it's leading. And you really want to change that. You really have come to understand how you didn't necessarily vet your objects of desire, your subjects of desire carefully enough in the past. And now you understand how that failed you, how the inability to actually get to know your partners, your friends adequately led to this place of heartbreak and disappointment. But that's taught you. That hasn't depleted you, actually. That has built you up in some way that is really important. For some of you, you've had enough love to last you for the rest of your life. You choose to be on your own. You're busy. You're good. But even for those of you that feel that way, I do believe you are aware that you have some kind of magical ability to connect, to find love, to amplify love, to experience joy, to experience sexual attraction in a way that still informs your truth. It still informs who you are. It still is a source of deeper connection that you are longing for. In the seventh house, the Ace of Wings, the Ace of Swords is clarified by, the Justice card and the Eight of Swords. So I'm feeling again that much of the experience you've had in significant relationships has given you a wealth of knowledge, strategies that have failed at times, that have restricted you, that your concern for the well-being of others over yourself has limited your ability to tap into who you are, has limited your ability to act freely, which is one of your best qualities. And so this idea still that you need to prioritize yourself, and that in many ways being the reason that you choose to be single, you choose to be on your own, you don't have interest in pursuing relationships that are void of ideas or inspiration, of truth. However, you love being familiar in the field of knowledge and ideas. And this Justice card is indicating that you are coming to this balance within you. this need for social stimulation through your partners, your lovers, your friends, new ideas, colleagues, collaborators, is something that stimulates you positively and leads you true to the truth, that helps you shed the expectations that are no longer relevant to who you are and what you desire. But this also is this rectification that you've done the work, that you are now willing to demand the address or address the lack of reward, the lack of recognition, that you're no longer the victim, that you're no longer under the oppressive domination of others. You're no longer needing to conform to the rules in order to recognize that you're worthy and deserving of the reward and recognition that you have earned. This feels as though there is, you're setting the stage for a reckoning with a significant other. This can be a family member. It's not necessarily a partner or a spouse. But I do feel that whatever preparation you're making, it revolves around some deep conversations, sharing of ideas, really addressing some history, some gaps in your history, in the history of this relationship, for example. It feels like a reconnection, but in a way that is completely new, on a completely new setting and understanding than before. This feels like a relationship that is based on the sharing of ideas, the exchange of different opinions and perspectives that are helping you to understand why who you are and what you desire is so rare. It's one of the things that is valued about you by others, and you don't see it. In the 10th house, the Oracle of Discs. This again is the Page of Pentacles. I have to translate this. The Three of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Okay, I like this. So you are busy setting up something that is very guarded. I feel that you're very careful as you pull together your resources, your collaborators, your connections, your information, and setting up something that you that is outlining a vision that you have of something you want to build, something you're creating, but you're doing that very cautiously. You're not exposing lots of people. You're not inviting a lot of people in. And the bulk of the work that you do is on your own and on your own terms. It's as though you are learning the lesson that your outgoing nature, your capable nature does not have to make you the target of others who need your help. And there was a time when you did not know how to say no. You did not know how to negotiate a fair exchange. You simply believed that because of your gifts, your outgoing and positive energy, that of course you were willing to help others who appeared to be struggling. You've now learned that that is a foolish approach. Nothing will ever be done as long as you're responding to every request for help. And many of those who have relied on you don't really need your help. They really need to do it on their own. You're protecting others from what they need to do for themselves. So this is critical because I see you now understanding that you have to set some clear boundaries, that building what you want is only interfered with by unnecessary engagement with others, that it robs you of the sacred space you need to create and build what you are imagining. I'm going to finish up this reading with a sickle and scythe, and there's the verbena, number 42, which reduces to a 6, which is the number of the lovers. Interestingly enough, a choice to be made. There is a 2 here. So verbena reads, verbena is a plant of attraction known for its ability to compel docility in animals and kindness in people. This card is a sign that you're in the perfect position to build some new and positive relationships. It's time to win over some new friends and widen your network, but don't be insecure about it. Just be yourself, and your determination and passion will shine through. I love this, Sagittarius. I love this. I am so happy for you. If you've enjoyed this content, there's more content to check out here. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. And until next time, Sagittarius, namaste.